What's up guys, Random Racer here with another random product review video for you guys today, and today we are going to check out the portable Dewalt Workbench. So of course, without further ado, let's slice this open, see what's so special about this, and give you guys my quick in-depth review. So before I get started, one of the first things I want to mention is I think you guys should probably buy this in store, and hopefully there's a Home Depot near you guys or Lowe's, because I don't recommend buying online, as when I bought mine, which you can kind of see here, it came damaged. Now I don't blame entirely on Home Depot, although Home Depot could have packed this up in a box or something, but also Dewalt, who just put a paper label on the side here and don't actually pack this up in physical cardboard, which would have prevented this type of damage, which again you can see a piece of plastic has chipped off, as well as some other pieces that look like on the side here. But anyways, let's slice this open and see what we get. So taking the shrink wrap off, which really, again, is not much of a protective piece of packaging, looks like there's a lot more damage than I thought. So this piece is missing, which you can obviously tell. Some of the structural components here are broken off, and there's actually a big crack that goes through right around here, which probably would impede the 1,000 pound rating on this table. Alright, so here is the table. This is the Dewalt label that's on it, nothing too exciting here. And according to the specs, you can see you can pretty much have this table stand up and ready in 3 seconds. Alright, so one of the first things I want to show you guys is the opening and closing mechanism, which according to Dewalt, you can do it in under 3 seconds. So as you guys can see here, first off, to open it, you push the big yellow button on the top, pull the handle forward, and the legs should kick open. And of course, closing this is also very easy. Once again, just push the same button, but this time you'll push the handle towards the table inwards, and you can see here the legs will automatically close, and you're set to move the table away. Alright, so taking a quick overview of the Dewalt folding workbench, starting off with the top here. The entire tabletop is primarily a polycarbonate ABS plastic construction, which is fairly durable. You still don't want to beat the crap out of it, which you guys saw from the shipping handling. It can crack around the corners. According to Dewalt, this does have a max capacity of 1,000 pounds, which is a very, very high rating for something like this. But just to give you guys an idea of how durable this is in regards to holding weight, I'll just sit on it. And I'll also stand on it. So as you guys can see here, you can sit on this, you can stand on it, even though it's not really designed for that. But basically wanted to give you guys an idea that this is a very, very durable portable table that can support a good amount of weight. Anyways, continuing on with the overview, there is a Dewalt yellow handle on the longer side to make it easier to carry the table around when it's folded. On the other side here, you have a long metal handle with a rubberized grip, which is mainly used to pull the legs in and out. And behind the handle is the push button there that unlocks and locks the folding mechanism. One thing I will have to say about this tabletop is that it's a really good size. It's not too huge, so it's not going to take up a lot of space, but it's not too small either, so it's still a good sized tabletop to do a lot of things on it. And just to give you guys specs, the tabletop is 39 inches by 23 inches. Now, Dewalt didn't just want to make a simple portable tabletop. They added a few little things here that makes it a little bit more worthwhile and convenient to use. One of the obvious ones is the ability to use these clamps on it. So for example, any tabletop you can use clamps on the side, but Dewalt also included this X shape, which has 4 slots to insert a clamp in. So for example, if you want to hold a couple pieces of wood together, or in this case here, let's say you have a cutting board and you want to hold it in place so that you can sand it properly, you can do so without having to have all your pieces of wood or whatever you're doing closer to the edge, where in this case you can have it nice and stable in the center. So definitely a pretty cool and useful feature that is implemented into this portable workbench. There's also a lot of holes on the top here. I'd say it's a good spot if you have a saw or some sort that you could kind of slide the feet in so that it's a little bit more stable. But it's also good for sliding tools such as screwdrivers or something so that you don't lose it. There's also a long groove here, which is a great spot for putting nails, screws, just little things that you don't want to kind of fall off the table, which you can see here. There's no edge support, so anything that rolls off is going to roll off. So we'll use a screwdriver once again as an example, but mainly for screws, nails, and little things like that you put here so you don't have to worry about them falling off. And I guess the last thing is that there is the DeWalt logo on the top here, and that is pretty much it. So overall, very versatile tabletop, or workbench as DeWalt wants to call it. I just want to call it a tabletop because this is essentially a work table. But anyways, in short, it's really nice that DeWalt designed this tabletop here to be much more than just a simple work table. You can do a lot of things from clamping stuff down much more conveniently, and also little holes everywhere and grooves to ensure that you can maximize the use of this table and keep everything secure. Here's a quick look at the bottom of the workbench. You can see here it's not like a solid plastic piece. There's a whole bunch of different I'm not sure what the engineering name for this is though, but instead of having like a solid piece of plastic, you have all those little sidewalls there that kind of give the actual tabletop structure. But in short, it is fairly durable. But the main point I want to show you guys are the legs here. The legs are actually made of metal, unlike the plastic tabletop. They're actually fairly lightweight, but seem to be constructed pretty well, as it does again support up to 1,000-pound capacity. There's two large flat metal support ribs on each of the legs, and it's all of course painted in black to match the top black tabletop. The legs also have built-in rubber feet on the bottom like most tables, just to ensure that it keeps the tabletop in place and from sliding around. So overall guys, the first impressions on the DeWalt workbench is fairly positive. From other written reviews I've seen on this, a lot of people are very happy with the DeWalt portable workbench for a few reasons. So first off, it's actually pretty stable. Again, it has a rating of 1,000 pounds supposedly, and I can tell by just sitting on it, standing on it, and just pushing it around that it is a very durable tabletop to do a lot of work on. Second, it's a very easy thing to carry around. I mean, especially for those of you contractors out there who have different job sites to go to. This thing does not take up a lot of space. It's not too small, it's not too huge either. You just flip it on its side and you can tuck it in a truck bed, SUV, or a work van. And the mechanism that DeWalt designed to open and close the legs is very simple. It takes 3 seconds to open them and close them. On top of that, even though it's very easy to open and close, the locking mechanism is tough enough that it's not going to accidentally fold up or come loose. In terms of anything I don't like about the DeWalt workbench, my concern isn't really with the stability or ruggedness of this, but just the fact that you don't want to beat the crap out of this too much, to put it bluntly. Basically, my two cons with this is I was a little bit disappointed that DeWalt didn't package this up in an actual cardboard box, because mine did come damaged. But basically, the other thing I want to talk about is that you don't want to be too rough with this, because as you guys saw, the corners here, they can break off pretty easily. In conclusion guys, if you are in the market for a portable workbench, you definitely can't go wrong with this DeWalt one here. Aside from my delivery fiasco damage, I'll let you guys know in the comment section there what Home Depot decides. But anyways, for those of you who are the home handyman, it's a great thing to have because it's a nice portable workbench that you can take out when you need it and put it away so it doesn't take up a lot of space in your garage. For those of you contractors out there who need to go from job site to job site, again, great thing to have. It's heavy duty, holds a lot, and very quick to use, and a great thing to have on your job site, as a lot of the times you don't always have a workbench to work on. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions or comments about this, ask away in the comments section there down below. Hit that like button as always helps me out, and I'll see you all in the next video.